I thought NFTs were just JPEGs and monkeys on the internet. That's usually the response I get when I try and explain NFTs to my friends and family. But in reality, there are tons and tons and tons and tons of applications for NFTs that nobody's talking about right now. They're not just profile pictures either. I kid you not that NFTs are going to be so mainstream in your everyday life in the next 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 years that it's going to be synonymous with email, right? You can't avoid it. Anybody who doesn't have an email is considered crazy or, off the grid. Everybody, and I mean everybody, is going to have an NFT of some kind as we move to the future of the internet. So by the end of this video, I'm going to outline 7 different types of NFTs that you're going to be seeing over the next couple years, and I'm going to describe how they're going to change your life. Hello, and thanks for watching this episode of NFTs Unlocked. As we like to say, I'm Sam, this is Jeremy, and let's get started. So we wanted to do this video because having conversations in real life and even on the internet, a lot of the people that we interact with are dismissive of NFTs because they either don't understand them or it's too complicated or whatever flavor of excuse they've given us on that given day. And we're here to say that is 110% wrong. NFTs are a technology with almost limitless applications in the next coming years, and we're here to show you what those are going to be and how they're going to change your life and the world. So today we're going to highlight the 7 different types of NFTs. And please, when your grumpy uncle tells you that he can just right-click and save as, you're going to have the perfect retort. I also want to give a quick shout out to NFT enthusiast and American entrepreneur Chris Dixon. He posted this Twitter thread a couple of weeks ago, and it was really great, really eye-opening. So we used some of his material of the 7 different types of NFTs, but I want to highlight them a little bit more for you guys to understand. He's a great Twitter follow too for anyone looking for some thought leadership in the space, just someone else to add to your follow list. And he has a ton to say about NFTs. So hi Chris, and hope to meet you one day.
Okay, so first things first, if you are interested in learning about the 7 different types of NFTs, please bump that like button down below. That way we can get more widespread attention on this video and get more people involved in the wonderful world of NFTs. All jokes aside, let's start with one that you are probably already familiar with if you've heard of NFTs, and that is NFT art. This is the type of NFTs that has been highly popularized in the media over the past 6 to 12 months. You've most likely heard of Bored Ape Yacht Club selling for 6 figures. Now these are just collectibles, the same way that people collect physical things in real life, such as sneakers or books or coins. Now this is just the new frontier of collectibles in the emerging digital world, and people do it for the same reasons that they do in the physical world, like status, socialization, or aesthetics. It's really just another avenue for people to collect something. Physical art sells for hundreds of thousands of dollars also, so why can't digital art? And now NFTs make that possible by confirming ownership and creating scarcity.
Okay, so the second type is music. And now this is really exciting because musicians are criminally taken advantage of. You hear stories about this in the news all the time. They're taken advantage of by producers, record labels, shout out Taylor Swift, and all kinds of other people in the industry who use them for their music. So there are a ton of new NFT platforms that help enable musicians and empower them as creators. I want you guys to check out Arpeggi.io. This is an on-chain music production platform software. This means when an artist produces a song on their platform, it automatically puts it on the blockchain and creates it as its own individual NFT. The NFT is fully owned by the artist. They can then sell this song and receive royalties on its continued exchange on the marketplace. There's no middleman, no record label, no nothing. The musician is now empowered with their song.
The third type we're going to talk about is access. Specifically, ticketing systems can leverage NFT technology to create tickets that can't be scalped, forged, or copied. Users can still have the power to exchange them just like they do NFT art, but it can prevent the fraudulent activity that has been plaguing the ticketing industry for years. Concerts, sporting events, and other real-life events already leverage NFT technology, but It can also be used for digital access, which we're already seeing already. Holders of a specific token might gain access to private content, such as a private Zoom call or a private community like a Discord server. NFTs will be able to verify online personalities and make sure they're only giving access to the appropriate people.
The fourth type of NFT is game objects. Let me tell you this. Gamers spend $40 billion a year on virtual in-game objects, whether it be currency, whether it be items, whether it be character skins, whatever it is. But in reality, these players don't own any of that. NFTs allow gamers to actually take ownership of the money they're spending on in-game items and then create exchanges to sell, communicate, and buy other items from other players. We talked about Axie Infinity in our last video. You can check that out here. But that's a play-to-earn NFT game where players can buy creatures, little Pokemon type creatures, and they fight against other players. They can buy potions to level up their little Axie Infinity creatures, but this is what we're talking about. Players are trading in-game items with an actual dollar amount back to them, and it's creating a crazy cool ecosystem of gamers that actually have ownership over their items. Not a ton have launched right now, so really expect a lot more of these play-to-earn NFT games to launch in 2022.
The fifth type we're going to talk about is redeemables. Think about utilizing your digital token to redeem it for a physical item. With Nike recently spending a large amount of capital to get into the NFT space, think about a situation where Nike NFT holders are able to redeem that NFT in return for a physical pair of sneakers. This creates utility for these digital tokens and widens the experience to many different touch points. Look for more and more companies to start leveraging this NFT technology into more real-life experiences for their holders. Let me ask you a question. How many different usernames, passwords, and accounts do you have? It's a big pain in the ass having this many accounts and passwords, and I'm sure there's been times out there where you've been hacked or your information's been stolen and you don't even know it. That's why the sixth type of NFT we're going to talk about is identity. Today, our personal information storage system is broken. But fortunately for you, NFTs and Web3 can fix all of that. You may not know this, but Bitcoin and Ethereum have never been hacked because it's nearly impossible to do this because of blockchain technology. These blockchains empower the users to take control of their data. There actually is no centralized server or database where people can hack and sell the data. In the future, you'll have a way to digitally identify yourself everywhere you go. One of these systems that's currently operating is called ENS, or Ethereum Name Service. And it allows you to replace that confusing string of numbers and letters that is your Ethereum wallet with something that you purchase, like your name, for example. My co-host Sam owns samlieberman.eth, and he can buy, sell, and trade using that Ethereum address. You might also be able to selectively reveal only what you want to using NFTs. Think certain records and credentials that you store in your wallet and are only revealed at your discretion.
Now, the seventh type is the last we're going to outline in this video, but it is certainly not the last application of NFTs, and it's Web2 databases. So again, Web2 is the current iteration of the internet that we're on now. It's everything you know about the internet today and how you interact with the internet. But today in Web2, all of your data is stored in centralized databases. NFTs and Web3 create a decentralized platform to share data seamlessly across different platforms. Let's use the simple example of your Netflix viewing preferences. Right now, that data is stored centrally in Netflix's databases, and they can choose what they want to do with that data, whether you like it or not. They might say that you own that data, but you certainly don't. If they get hacked, that data is hacked, and those hackers can then sell that data to somebody else. And that data does not communicate with any of your other streaming platforms. Netflix owns it and holds it. In the coming years, you'll be able to distill that data down into an NFT that is then owned by you. And this doesn't stop at viewing preferences. It can be all kinds of different data, including your entire social graph. Now, because it's removed from a central database and now in your control, as you hop seamlessly to other platforms, that NFT of your data is communicating with those platforms. So instead of fiddling around trying to find what episode of Great British Bake Off you're on, your NFT viewing preference data will communicate with your other streaming platforms, right? So when you're watching on Netflix and then you hop over to Amazon Prime to watch it again, it'll know exactly what you're doing. It'll know exactly what you like. It'll recommend exactly your viewing preferences from Netflix to Amazon to all kinds of different things. And like we said, this can be distilled to way more important types of data, like your social graph, your different preferences for all kinds of stuff, and it'll seamlessly talk and integrate with other platforms. And again, this is a very rudimentary example, right? Your data can be communicated to much bigger platforms. It can be all kinds of different data, but the important thing is that you're going to own that data and you can communicate it to what platforms you see fit.
Alrighty, everybody, so there we have it. We just outlined 7 different types of NFT technology that's going to exist in the future. So next time somebody corners you into talking NFTs, you'll have a lot more to say than just JPEGs on the internet. Thank you for watching, guys, and if you have not bumped that like button, please bump it now. We want to spread awareness for NFTs. We want other people just like you to learn the 7 different types of NFTs and get this content more widespread and out to more people in the world. Please let us know in the comments what you think of these 7 types. Maybe there's some other types that we did not cover today that you've heard of or that you want to talk. Best comments will be featured in the next video. If you're interested in learning more about how NFTs are going to affect both mine and your future, check out a previous video we did where we had on our friend Alan from Thorgard's NFT. We talked a lot about Web3 and a lot about how NFTs are going to be playing into our day-to-day lives in the very near future. So please check that out if you would be so kind. Take care, everybody, and keep on keeping on.